That's dumb. Sorry. Sorry, man. I don't know. Any MAGA women in here want to talk to me? I know that's a big ask. I know that's an impossible ask, dude. Is this M from earlier? No. Golly. No, just we've run out of ops, dude. We've run out of ops. Bummer. Bummer. Only time will tell. Let's see where we are in 2 years. Brother, Chelsea 8 Ball can't. They haven't requested, and I can't request them to come up, so. Who knows? She is yapping. Anyway. It's the same Bernie bro shit. That guy. Like, I don't even know that that they're doing. Me bringing up all of those points, by the way, just like objective truths, right? We know with hindsight, all of the things I'm saying are true. There's not a word of a lie. He did objectively fucking horrific job. He said, we made this up to hurt his poll numbers. We're talking about C19. We made it up to do his poll numbers. It'll be gone by the spring. Okay, what if we inject bleach or fucking, okay, like maybe, we're not going to wear a mask. Meanwhile, Epstein is fucking feeding QAnon insane shit because Ghislaine Maxwell is just in 4chan. It's some crazy, stirring all of this up. By the time a vaccine comes around, he says everyone takes the vaccine, and he's poisoned his base to the point where they're still dying disproportionately to liberals because they are so convinced that the vaccine has fucking nanomachines in it. He did the worst job in COVID-19 out of all of our contemporaries. Period. Insane. Jack, you need to go to sleep, dude. You need to go to sleep. Jack. I'll play you the clip where he said, "Let's just inject bleach or whatever." What reality are you watching where you don't think that that's fucking true? Should we just play it anyway for kicks? What do you mean? I see you, Kay. I know. Every time we talk about this, we get fucking yeeted, but what if we shine a light, a very powerful light? Dr. Blix is just sitting there going kill me, dude. What do you mean? I'm not pro-Trump. I'm anti-Goodrow. Well, I'll take that. I'll take that, Chelsea. Chelsea, you don't want to come talk to me? What's the deal? Who cares? Who cares? We're all fucked, dude. Sorry, Brenna would be pissed about the defeatism. We're not fucked. We have a chance. We still have a chance. Love TikTok Shop. Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you guys go check if you're following me right now? Just do me a solid. Go check if you are currently following me. Click on my profile. And then see if you're following me. I just had to follow you again. I wasn't. What the fuck? Unblock. Unblock. Why does it show you that I have you blocked? I have you blocked. I had to unblock you. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we're fucked, dude. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, yeah. Because I got both of the Find Out guys, or two of them anyway. Zach Campbell and Luke, both. Zach had to go like, hey, what the fuck? He was like, are we good? And I was like, yeah. He's, why do I have you blocked? Did you block me? And I said, no. And then Luke just texted me and he said, I wasn't following you. And I was like, yeah. I'm concerned. I'm concerned. The good news is I'm sure it's a well, who knows? Who knows? I'm sure it's a glitch. I'm sure it's a glitch, right?
Happy Hunger Games!
Break the pattern today, or the loop will repeat tomorrow. Break the pattern today, or the loop will repeat tomorrow. You must break the pattern today.
Shirt thing? No. She said that she did, but I was too busy crashing out at that dick brain. She's live? She's not live. It's okay. What a douche. What a douchebag. Anyway, what else should we talk about, kids? Looks like Tallarico's our boy. Looks like Tallarico's our boy. Ashley Knock. Ashley Knock says I'm not. She's not following me. I think that's just to rub it in. I think she's just bragging, actually. That she said. When are we gonna hang out, dude? Ashley Knock. What's taking so long, you know? Vegas this summer. Let's do it. We're going in March to go see a show. You're taking too long? Classic. Classic, am I right? No context. Anyway, I won't repeat that. What else? What else can we talk about? We've got military in Ecuador now. That's the second or third time I've seen that. Is that true? Oh, fucking. That's. Okay. Oh, God. U.S. opens military action in Ecuador against terrorist organizations. This is why, you know, people are like, so, oh God, dude, holy shit. Holy shit. That's nuts. We're fucked. This is the, hang on. Okay, she's still up. My poor cat. You guys hear that? Fucking Minnows just fighting Pashmi's demon off. Jack, why aren't you in the request, bud? I'm happy to talk to you. Where is she? I need to go. I need to go handle this. Can you talk amongst yourselves, please? I need to go put my cat in air jail. Where is she? You're in so much trouble, dude. You're in so much trouble. I had to leave 1,000 fucking people, 1,800 people, because you're being a dick to your sister. That's messed up. Now we're gonna sit in fucking air jail. She knows too. You know, you were so bad. You're such a meanie. Why? You think you're going somewhere? We're just, now this is happening. 1,800 people. You're so mean. Why? Nope. Let go. Let go. You're sitting here. Nope. No, Pashmi's always been the bully. And Minnow is like a scaredy cat because Pashmi's a dick. And she's just like... No. No. We have feel away. You're so mean. All I do is love you. Idiot. Multicat? She knows too. Usually she like won't sit still. When she's mean and I put her in jail, she's like, fine. She'll just wag her little tail and she's just pissed. Dummy. No, you're not going anywhere. This is mixed signals too. I'm rewarding her, which is bad. She's pissed. Yeah, you should be pissed. Fucking idiot. Lay down. Nope. Nope. Anyway, what I was going to say was about this is like, you hear that we have an enormous military, right? We're like just fucking bigger military than the next 18 militaries combined. And like, I'm just laboring under the delusion, like, okay, we're pulled into this war over there, and we did Venezuela over here, and we did, I'm like, oh, at some point we're going to run out of resources. At some point we're going to get spread too thin. And that might be true, because I don't know anything, but like, we won't, because we have too much military. We can do all of this. We have so much. And that's scary and dumb. And that's why we don't have health care.
we're shooting down $20,000 drones with $3 million fucking tracker missiles shot from $30 million planes that cost $20,000 an hour to fly. And they're just sending drones, being like, shoot it down. Shoot it down. And every time they do that, they blow it up with a school. Fucking insane. Give her water now. Fucking moron. God, I'm so mad at you. I'm so mad at you. Anyway. So now we're in Ecuador. The one... I can't tell if this is like a false flag or whatever, but the one positive thing about Texas is that it was very clear that they wanted Jasmine Crockett to win, the Republicans, which makes me I don't have any further insight than that, other than this makes them scared, and I like when they're scared. That is the only. I want you to read in no further than that for me. They did not want this to happen, and it did. They were trying to prop up Jasmine secretly. Yes, for sure racism, but they also identified Talarico as a real threat, and they should, because he's fucking good. Now we just got to get on board big time. Too many things happening, dude. I can't keep track. Kristi Noem. Fucking Kristi Noem. Holy shit. Holy shit. People, what's his name? Was like, hey, when you detain American citizens, how long do they stay in detention? She was like, we don't do that. And he was like, yeah, we sure do. And here's all the people that you've detained. So are you lying? Or are you a fucking idiot? Because either one, not looking good. Either one, you should not have this job, right? If you're detaining citizens and you don't know, you shouldn't have this job because you're unqualified. If you're detaining citizens and you do know and you're lying under oath, you shouldn't have this job because of different reasons. Either way, you suck. It was a pretty good fucking moment. So, props. But fuck that guy. And by guy, I mean Kristi Noem. That bird-legged hoe. Anyway. What do you guys want to do? What do you guys want to talk about? Oh, the fucking plane thing. Holy shit. He was like, hey, this doesn't look familiar? This is your plane. You trying to play? The plane thing, Tillis, I think, showed a picture of like a bedroom in a plane. And it was her plane. Oh, fucking dogs for free. Damn. And she was like, I don't know what that is. Looks like a bedroom. And it was like the bedroom on the plane that she fucking flies around in. She's thinking about it. I can't read your comments. I'm doing a great job at hosting the live. We're all over the show. I'm trying to get her to play on camera, but she's not having it. Yeah, it's my asshole cat who just attacked her sister for no reason. So she's been very sick, and we gave her a new drug today, steroid. And also, This is the first time that she's attacked Minnow, which is like, I can't tell if that's good. It's obviously not good, but it's also like. Sorry. Hey, mods, I'm just going to do this. This is open season for you, okay? Mods, anytime Never Woke is in here, it's an immediate Giovanni. Immediate Giovanni, okay? And that's for April, mostly. Immediate Giovanni. Mute him, request him to come up. He doesn't get to chat. He doesn't get, if you mute him before April sees it and she doesn't get to Giovanni, doesn't matter. Don't care. Don't care. Until that man finds some fucking balls, he can't, until he comes up here to talk to me like a human being, he doesn't get to chirp in here anymore. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing that dumb fucking hat. I'm tired of seeing those fuck ass veneers. I'm tired of hearing him say things out of both sides of his fucking mouth. Mute. And then request. Come talk to me, dude. It's not a big deal. And then I'll call off the dogs. Then I'll call off the mercenaries. My lady militia. But until you find some goddamn courage here's the thing, I don't think I've ever seen you have a conversation with anybody else. You make fuck ass videos. You walk around Disney like a goddamn weirdo. I don't think you've ever had a conversation with somebody from your other side, from the other side, period. So, until you do that, shut up. Shush. Shush. I'm sorry for the friendly fire with the veneers. Some people can pull it off. I'm sure. Someday I'll have some beautiful, shining ivory teeth that will replace my porous, sponge-like, fucking awful teeth that I was given by my parents. You know, teeth are hereditary. It sucks. I got a lot of gifts from mom and dad. I was born faster than most people on earth. I was able to hold a very low body fat percentage. Not very tall. But I don't care about that. And now, but they fucked me. I'm going to have probably some sort of degenerative brain disease. Guaranteed. And also my teeth are made of SpongeBob. So far, those are my only. Where did you go? Did you leave? Oh, you're fucking back here. They're pretty, sure, but like, they just fall apart. And I've been thankfully at some point a dentist was like, "Hey, there's not much you can do. You're doing your best." And I said, "I am doing my best. Thank you for acknowledging that I'm doing my best." They were like, "You should go to the dentist more than 10 times, once every 10 years, though." And I said, "Okay, fine. Then I'll be doing my best." Health insurance is expensive, turns out. Never Woke sent the gift. Never Woke, if you send me a lion, you can be unmuted. Big boy lion, not the cute ass lion. Not the cute lion. The big boy lion. Send me $400. Send me $400, and then you can get unmuted for one night, and then it's back. Then open season again until you fucking find your fangs. Send me another rose, and I'll block you though. Okay. What else? What else, dude? Scott follows me.
Nicholas follows me. You can't handle the truth. Still in here for some fucking reason. That's crazy. No. All right. Dang. Chat took a vote, and you should be a mod. Well, Santana, they don't get to choose. What do you think this is? A fucking democracy? Brother, this is North Korea. They took a vote. Like they get to decide? Are you out of your fucking mind? If we let these people to decide how these things go, it would be anarchy. It would be anarchy. I would be doing this shirtless in a fucking elephant G-string. We can't let these people make any decisions. You're animals. Okay? I know. They took a vote. Okay, dude. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. He's not. What's wrong with that? Yeah, see? I know my group. We built this community brick by brick, baby. And they're not allowed to make decisions, unfortunately. Because, yeah, it'll just be chaos. Anyway. Probably mod Santana. I don't care. Who cares? I think it's the being bestowed a moderator position in this live is much like being given the Congressional Medal of Freedom, right? It's almost identical. And the president, and so like if it's given just to anybody, not saying that Santana is just anybody. This is not a dig at Santana by any means. But if you give it to a goalie, if you just give it to a goalie, it somewhat cheapens the distinction, I think. You know? I'm just saying. Oh, baby. We do have to get some more mods, though. Mods mostly stay, if I'm honest. Come on. Come on up here. I'm not giving you treats, that's for fucking sure. I fucking hate it here. Sorry. Joanna, you should probably be a mod. It's probably time for Joanna to get a mod. We could knight Joanna tonight. Maybe. Maybe if you're good. It unfollowed you while watching. Oh, now you're trying to be nice, huh? Now you think you're going to be nice? She does sound super mod Daughtry. I'm going to text him. Hey, man, I just want to let you know you're a super mod in my life. Chris Daughtry. I know you're busy or whatever. You're just out there like big dogging me, you know? But like, calm down. I'm just trying to bring you back down to earth. You're now moderator in my life. Could do that for fun. That's funny. Hey, do you want to come stay with me? No. Thanks, Mike. Good to see you. Good to see you. Long time no see. I mean, I don't see most people. I'm barely conscious this whole time. Diana, agreed. Hey, agreed. I don't mod for free. Deal. Heard. What else? Maze, yours wouldn't be for free. You've already paid in. Blood oath. I feel like. Anyway. Golly.
I did a video which I thought was, I mean, I guess we can't solely. April's the boss. What was I saying? What was I doing? Oh, I made a video today, which I thought was pretty good. Didn't do very well. And then I realized that TikTok was fucking broken. Hopefully it's fixed soon. I mean, not that I... Might never happen, but I'd love to have coffee with you someday. Jack, that's fine. I'm glad you think that we can be buds, Jack. I think that there's hope, but I also think that, like, fundamentally, I tend to not be friends with people who don't like my friends. It's a hard stance, and that was what that other guy was alluding to earlier, that we are the Karens for thinking that, like, people who hate, or at the very least think that gay people should be regulated differently than everyone else. I tend not to, like, want to get coffee with you. You know? I tend not, you know? I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm just saying. You come tell me differently, we'll have a coffee, dude. That's great. You want to talk about fiscal policy and why the Republicans are bad at that? Great. Why you think you gave me that platitude about the, like, as you age you become more conservative, which is fucking insane. The richer you are, the more liberal you become. It should be anyway. The more money that you have, the more money that you can get rid of. I am becoming even more liberal now that I'm not making fucking $21,000 a year racing my bike and getting my teeth kicked in. Okay? Like that, I'm even more liberal now. I can't give this shit away fast enough, by the way. So I don't find that platitude to be true. I'm just saying. If you labor under the delusions of the Republican identity politics, we're not going to be buds, and much less get fucking coffee. We can talk about it, whatever. I'm happy to be cordial with people, to an extent, but like, no, nah, no. Racing doesn't pay $20,000 a year. My salary was $12,000 a year. My salary was $12,000 a year, and then we would win approximately $10,000 or $15,000 in race winnings every year. Or could be zero if you fucking crash. Could be none. I also had a job most of that time. I was also taking pictures. Just fucking hustling, dude. And by the way, there's a total of like 80 people that had a salary at the time. I don't know what it is now. It's probably even less. But like, I was just saying, Ishmael, he was like, you must have sucked at it. In America, there were probably 8 teams that were paying their riders out of the dozens of professional racers. I was one of 8. I was one of like 60 people that got a fucking paycheck to do what I did in America. I was one of 60 people in America to get paid to do it. I was pretty fucking good at it. Sorry, dog. Sorry to disappoint. You just do it for the love of the game. You're never going to be that fast again. And then you get hit by a car. Anyway, but what Jack did just then, and like we've talked about this a lot, is like a very common thing. And it's not. I get the sentiment. I do. I understand the appeal of being like, we could get a beer, we could be friends, because it happens all the time. We'll have a good conversation, and then they'll end up be like, yeah, but you know, just as long as you guys get rid of the trans, and then like, no, like no, dude, we are not. I don't want to be friends with you.
I don't want to be friends with you. Till you figure that out. Figure that out. It's fine. You're still kind of a bigot, and I kind of make it a point not to be like friendly with bigots. I have a hang up. Sue me. I have a big hang up, dude. Deal. That's why, fucking goddamn, Jesus Christ, the biggest self goal recently was goddamn Hassan Piker being like, we're not voting. Hello? We're not voting for fucking Newsom. We're not voting for the silver-haired fox Gavin Newsom. And then everyone was like, that's crazy. Which, fair enough. He was like, I'm going to vote third party. That sucks. I hate you for that. But like, he then went and turned around and was like, yeah, we should probably stop making such a big deal about for like trans people. And I was like, God, what the fuck? What the fuck, dude? He heard that criticism, turned around and was like, you're right. I'm going to go even further to the right. As if from Hassan's beautiful mouth to Newsom's ears. It was crazy. I know he said that before, but he really doubled down. He said the quiet part very loudly. Which, like, yeah, fine. We can push them right. What if he's doing an Obama? You know? What if he's doing an Obama? I've for the longest time said that this was a tactic that could work. I don't think that that's true. I don't think that he is. I don't think that he's doing that, to be clear. But we do need to trick and manipulate these idiots to an extent. So you can run for president in 2007 and say, marriage is between a man and a woman. And then marriage is between a man and a woman. I can't do Obama. Don't make me do Obama. And then turn around and fucking codify gay marriage. And be like, he could be like, hey, we gotta lay off these identity politics, lefties. And then turn around and like be like, just kidding. Just kidding. Actually, drag story hour for everyone. Drag queens teach first and second grade only. You must arrive in drag for your job as a first or second grade teacher. Free abortions. He could do that. He could do the funniest fucking thing. He won't. He's not. But he could. That's what that's what I'm saying. Because you just have to trick these people who've made trans people. Again, we've talked so many times about this. We're like, you guys, the far left and the far right. And every time we're like, what's the far left? They're like trans people. Leave our kids alone. It's the trans. And you're like, we have to trick the people that have made that argument. The vanishingly small amount of people who are trans, central to their hate of our like identity. Just trick them. Just trick them. Trick them. Be like, yeah, dude, totally. Yeah, that makes me feel weird in my underwear also. You too, right? We can't tell, and they're so hot sometimes. You know, I get it. But you're right, dude. Totally. Makes me feel weird too. But we're going to talk about like the economy. Just trick them. I don't think that he's doing that though. Look, here's Jack. I didn't get to read this, but I'll read it out loud with you. If you became a trans girl, should you be on a women's hockey team? We spend too much time on this. Yes, exactly. Jack, exactly. You've never cared about women's sports. Why do you pretend that you care now? You don't give a shit. You don't give a shit. You don't care about that. I knew 2 trans athletes when I was racing bikes. One of whom works at Bicycling Magazine and is a dear friend of mine now. And she was terrible. She was awful. She was a terrible raising her bike. She had no fucking advantage. DNF'd all the time. That is almost uniquely the experience for anyone doing sports. Especially in just fucking out in the world. There was less than 10 trans athletes in the NCAA. Less than 10. That's less people that have accused Donald Trump of assault by an order of 2. Why don't you care about that? Fewer, excuse me. Don't do that. I'm smart. You don't care about that. You don't care about this. You have been convinced that you care about that. And that sucks because all that you've been convinced is to hate people you have a fundamental fear and misunderstanding of and about. That's dumb as shit. What a short life we have. Can you imagine wasting your fucking time on this? Lisa, you're fighting for men in dresses. I'm fighting for you to not be such a dick. That's what I'm fighting about. That's what I'm fighting for, Lisa. I'm saying you don't care about this. You don't. Because it doesn't affect you. You will fucking here's how dumb this is. You will look at someone who tried to steal an election, just objectively a fucking insurrectionist terrorist who has been credibly accused of assault, who made you promises about like our financial position and like lied to you and like immediately went to war and is in these fucking files, and like you will vote for all of that. Financially ruinous, has enriched himself to the tune of $4 billion since he took office, has just been stealing our money, right? You will vote for that because you want to avoid this one boogeyman fucking nonsense issue. That's how dumb. You voted for all of this to avoid that? Something that doesn't fucking affect you? That's nuts. That's crazy. Trans man is the same as someone on steroids. Kinda, dude. Here's the other thing. I got questions. For Brad. Brad?
I'm here.
It's hard to hear you, bud. Devin, I was gonna get there, dude. I was gonna get there. Have Brad request, dude. Request, Brad. If Brad doesn't come up, I'm just gonna tell you. I'm gonna say all the things I was gonna say in a conversation with Brad. I'm just gonna find his. Oh, here we go. I'm mad, Brad. Here you go. Request it again. He's not on our side.
You got me?
Yeah, hi. Brad, you
Okay.
said a trans woman is the same as a man on steroids?
It's the same thing as if woman was on steroids.
Got it. Brad.
I mistyped it. But I mean, what's the difference between someone that's juiced up with steroids and then someone that's juiced up with testosterone naturally? What's
Sure.
the difference?
Sure. You can turn your camera on? Can you turn your camera on, Brad? Oh, nice, dude.
It's on.
Okay. No, I see. Brad, you play a lot. Do you play a lot of sports?
I did it when I was in high school.
You played a lot of sports when you were in high school. When was that?
Yeah, I had in elementary school, all through just through elementary school. Well, since I was like 6 years old to when I was like 18.
So
And I do watch
when was
some
that?
women's sport.
What year was that, Brad? When was the last
81.
time you played?
81
The
would have
last time
been-
you played sports. The last time that you played sports was 3 years before I was born.
Okay, well, I did play softball. I forgot about that for about 10 off and on after that. And just about 3 years ago, I was on
All
a
right.
team.
Brad, I was a
Softball
professional.
team.
I was a professional
Softball
athlete.
team.
Do you know what that means? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you get people. Yes, I do know what that means.
As a professional,
What a
Okay, great.
professional is.
great. I was on the whereabouts list, which means that USADA had to know where I was at all times so they could show up at 4 a.m. to make me pee in a cup to make sure I wasn't doping, that I wasn't taking testosterone or other performance-enhancing drugs, because I was a professional athlete, right?
Right.
Right. Would you say that I have a pretty good
Right.
understanding of like a body and physiology in my efforts to become as good as I had to be?
Maybe you're more familiar with a man's body than a woman's body. I don't know.
I'm familiar with hormones.
Okay. So a man doesn't have a trans man doesn't have any chemical advantage to a woman if they were both exactly natural. There's nothing
Brad, I
trans
will.
man
I can tell you this.
chemically that would have
I
an
can tell you
advantage
this
over a
right
woman.
now. I can tell you this right now. Women have more testosterone than you do right now. Any woman in her prime, 20 to 30, probably has more testosterone coursing through their body than you do at this very moment.
Okay.
So
So what does that mean
Is that
to you?
if you lined up against a woman right now and played a sport, do you think that you would have any fucking shot?
It depends on what the sport is.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
We're not talking archery.
It doesn't matter. Brad, I would love to see you pull back a bow. I don't think your frame could handle it. If I'm honest.
Okay. Well, what does this have to do with teenage or
You don't. Yes,
early
you.
professionals? Or,
Here's what it
So-
is. I'll
then
land.
why would the
I'm happy to
women's
fucking
soccer
tell you.
team-
Here's why. Because you don't have fundamentally a good understanding of hormone levels and what they do in people's bodies. If a woman takes performance enhancing drugs, or I'm sorry, if a man takes testosterone blockers and estrogen, it lowers their performance when they are transitioning to an extent that you would have no fucking idea about. It would lower an athlete's testosterone to what yours is now as an old man. That's what I'm saying. It is the opposite of performance enhancing. It hurts performance in a way that it is measurable. Secondarily,
Why
Brad,
do, men that
no
are
one
trans men- Okay.
no one does this. No one. Maybe I need a clarifying question. Do you think trans women do this so that they can win at sports?
I can't get into their heads. How would I know?
Pretend. Then what is?
All I
Then
know is
why
they-
are you having this
they-
argument?
They succeed. They break records. Then why such a small percentage
They
of
don't
them
break
that are in
records.
sports? You said only 10 in the NCAA.
They don't break
why
records.
Why did they do so well?
They don't. Name one trans athlete that does well.
They've The one that beat the women's swimming
Name.
the
What's her
national
name?
swimming competition
What's her
4 years
name?
ago. I forgot her name. You know her name.
The woman that
You know her
won.
name. She made headline
The,
news.
listen.
She
What you
made
said
headline
was.
news.
What you said just now was. I said, name the trans athletes that are just out there breaking records doing, and you said that one woman that won that race 4 years ago, she did pretty well. She didn't win that race. She got fucking
Right.
third.
That's the only one that I knew offhand.
That's because, Brad, do you think
No,
that
she
that's the
won
only one that
national
you know?
championship. She was number
No.
one.
Do you think that
Oh,
that's
that's
the only
why
one that you know? Because Riley Gaines, she got fifth place, excuse me, because Riley Gaines made a whole fucking career of this. You can't name one other instance, which makes me think that this problem is not as pervasive as you think.
Why can't they
Right?
just compete in men's sports?
Because
Why can't
they're
trans
living
women,
as women. Because no one is transitioning to win collegiate swimming. No one is taking fucking testosterone blockers and hormone replacement therapy and living their life as a woman in real life because that's how they identify to go and win fifth place in fucking swimming. They're not doing that. Crucially, why the fuck do you care about this?
The footage. I don't have a skin in the game. I just don't think it's right. I mean, I'm not Jewish, and I didn't like what Hitler did. So, but you can
Holy.
sit there and say, well, why do we even care about it? You're not even Jewish, or you're not even, whatever.
Did you just compare Leah Thomas winning fifth place to the Holocaust, dude? That was the 9/11 of swimming. Leah Thomas tying for fifth place was the 9/11 of swimming. Quote me. Clip it. Do it. At Riley Gaines. I think the most embarrassing part of that is that, like, I've gotten fifth place a bunch of times. We have what's called the extended podium, especially in cyclocross because it's not a real sport. You get like first, second, and third podium, and then fourth and fifth, and sometimes sixth, just off the fucking, just on the ground next to the extended podium. I've not shown up when I got fourth one time because I didn't want to be on the fucking extended podium. I cannot imagine making my entire life about getting fifth place. Insane. DEI. Cross is not a sport. Cyclocross is the tractor pull of fucking cycling. Don't at me. My best friend is 3-time national champion, Stephen Hayden. I'll say this to his face. But the whole fucking thing. I'm kidding. It's a sport. Who cares? Cycling. It's so unpopular. Yeah, women's collegiate swimming, though, really, that's on the tip of your tongue. Hold on. Who fucking said this? Who said this? Come here, Ishmael. Viens aquí, Ishmael. Come on. Come join us, dude. Are you in the requests? No, that would make... He goes, cycling is unpopular. Give me the woman who won the race that Riley Gaines got fifth place in. I'll give you $1 million if you can name one other woman swimmer. I will give you the deed to my house. I will eat this. Come here. Do you want to come here? Will you come here? I know, baby. I know. You are such a fucking rock girl, yeah. Name a woman cyclist. Ellen Noble, Lottie Kopecky, Mariana Vos. The fuck? My baby. Hi, baby. Gabby Duran. Can you guys even hear me? Hi, baby. She's making up for earlier. Okay. Oh, all right. We tried. Here, wait. Okay. You're just gonna line my keyboard? Come here. No, wait. I know, baby. I know here. You like this. She just needs to make the decision, and she's... Come here. No, okay. All right. She is still sick. She's still sick. Oh, come here. Oh, make a space for you. So you can just loaf here. Here, we'll put on some videos for cats. What the fuck is going on my internet? Here, dummy. Here. I'm gonna turn the sound down now. She loves this. We do this all day. I'll just be sitting here working, and then I'll just put a little window. Bros and Unk crying about the president on the internet. Aren't you a little old, bro? Vader, aren't you old? No, stop pretending you're Gen Z. No Gen Z is making their profile picture Darth Vader. Are you kidding? That's fucking hilarious. All right, comrade. How to show. You're 2002? Sick. Come talk to me. Come talk to me, youngin'. No? Maybe when your fucking frontal lobe closes, we can have a chat. When you read your first book. That's fine. You requested? Sick, dude. Nice.
It's me, Vinko.
Who?
Vinko? Oh, the guy that always tells you to like stop with your tone? Anyway, aren't you a little old to be crying about the president on the internet, bro? Like all these
What does that
videos
mean?
you're making?
What does that mean, dude?
I mean, you were literally screaming about like how he's doing all these bad things, but yet all the people of Iran are free. Is that bad?
No. They're free, by the way?
Yeah, they are. They're celebrating in the streets.
The people of Iran are free right now?
Yeah, they're celebrating in the streets.
That's so fucking embarrassing. Holy shit. Who's running the country right now?
I don't know, and I don't give a fuck.
You're old enough to not be this dumb. You shouldn't be this dumb.
And you're a grown ass man crying.
I know, and I know a lot of things. I know all this shit, and I'm talking to people about this shit. You are a fucking moron. Who I have no idea who this is. Who are like, I remember me. It's fucking Dingo. Who the fuck?
Okay. Whatever, bro. Anyway, you're like a grown man crying on the internet, screaming about it.
Keep saying the same thing over and over again. You don't know what is happening in the world right now. That's crazy.
Why does it bother you so much?
Why does what bother me?
What's happening in the world? Why does it bother you? How does it affect you? How does it affect you personally?
Ask me tomorrow what the fucking gas prices are.
Well,
I don't know how you have it, Vinko or whatever. What was it?
VINKO.
I don't have it like you do, clearly. But like when our country that you voted with, the guy that you voted for goes and does things that like he said that he wasn't going to do, you are not upset about that?
I mean, when I see people cheering in the streets and taking their freaking hijabs off, yeah, I'm pretty happy about that.
Are you Iranian?
No. But I'm happy that they finally get their chance at freedom and a fighting chance to actually have a say in their lives.
This is how dumb you are. You hear a Republican administration for the third time in my lifetime say, we're going to go liberate a country, and take what they say to you at face value and then justify murdering people in proxy wars that like have been in the plans for years. You think you hear their explanation, you go, that's good enough for me, and then put that boot further down your throat. That's
So
nuts.
is it not good that they're liberated?
Was that why they did that?
No, but is that not a good thing?
They're not liberated.
But are they not celebrating in the streets?
Those are two different things, dummy.
So you're telling
Those
the
are
people
two
they shouldn't be
vastly
celebrating.
different things.
So you're telling the people they shouldn't be celebrating. Is that what I'm hearing?
No.
What are you saying then? Because they're obviously celebrating.
I'm saying a foreign country destabilizing their country does not equal liberation. Far
Why are
from
they
it.
celebrating?
Because of the opportunity to be liberated.
Exactly. He said, take your country back. And what do you think they're doing?
What is your argument here?
You cry about the president of the United States on the internet, but you can't acknowledge when something good is happening.
You voted for a guy. I assume you're a fucking Republican. You voted
No,
for a
I've told
guy
you this multiple times.
you voted. I've never talked to you before. I have no fucking idea who you are. You voted for a guy that said we're not going to go do new wars, and then they go and do a bunch of new wars, different regime changes all over the fucking globe, possibly in Ecuador as we speak. They said I'm not going to do this. He said I'm not going to do this, and then he went and did this, and then you, mushed brain little weirdo, fall all over yourself to justify getting cucked in real time, being lied to in real time, and then taking the propaganda that they spoon feed you and then come on the internet and say it out loud and think that you fucking did something. This is deeply fucking embarrassing, brother. I don't know how to fucking tell you this.
So what I'm hearing.
No. Yeah, I don't think that you are hearing. You have this fucking impossible job now to figure out how to justify further spending billions of your dollars, my dollars, in a war that's going to take forever. From a fiscal conservative, that's nuts.
I'm not conservative.
Then what? What?
I'm not conservative. I'm independent. I've already told you this multiple times.
I don't think that I've ever talked to you.
Yeah, we have.
At the very least, you are not memorable enough to fucking make an opinion.
Okay, sorry about that. Sorry for your bad luck. Anyway,
That's the fucking skill issue, brother. I think that if you're good at this, you would probably be a little bit more memorable.
what are you contributing?
What?
What are you contributing to the political sphere? Dean's out there protesting and actually debating. What are you doing?
Dean?
Dean, Parker. Yeah, I love those guys.
That makes sense.
Chris
Valenti?
Mowry? No, Mowry.
What are you doing?
Trying to figure out why a grown man is crying about the president on the internet. I can't seem to wrap my head around it.
What are you doing?
Not really giving a shit. I mean, I'm celebrating for the people of Iran. Good job. Good luck for them. I hope
Okay, so what this is I'm contrarian for fun. I'm just sort of a like nihilist because no woman will show me her boobs, and this is what I'm going to do. There's probably like that's probably pretty reductionist, but I think that like this personality is probably like tough to be around a lot. So I assume that this is what you do. I'm not going to justify or like list all of the ways in which I'm involved in my community and in other communities and like out there protesting. You know that I'm out there protesting. You're clearly a fan. You've seen that I've raised a fucking $250,000 this month for somebody else. You know. So I don't know why that like that is the avenue that you think that you should take? You know that clearly.
I mean, yeah, I do know that.
Oh, so why did you ask me what I'm doing? You know that I'm doing stuff.
Because right now you're over here like getting mad at people on the internet. You could be out there protesting right now.
It's fucking 11:30, brother.
Okay?
What are you doing?
Like I've already told you.
You have never left your fucking house, man. It is so fucking embarrassing. This entire thing, this entire endeavor. By the way, also coming up here, be like, remember me, cucked, dude. That is. I cannot imagine being in that position. I could just being a whole ass fan and not and not having made any sort of like memorable impression on somebody who you clearly follow to this extent. Second of all, this is a hollow fucking accusation. You know that I did. Your point is that I don't do anything, but you know that I do. You're saying that I'm not cheering for the people who are being liberated, currently being bombed, 185 children, women murdered in a fucking in a fucking explosion in a school that didn't need to happen. They're cheering. You have read this surface level fucking argument, not thought about that any more than what you've been spoon fed, and come up here like you did something. That sucks, dude. Holy shit.
Are you going to tell a whole nation of people that they're wrong, that they shouldn't celebrate?
It's not a whole nation. We not only that, we had a very good conversation yesterday about the fucking duality of the people of Iran right now, about how some people are not wanting to get pulled into a fucking civil war and are terrified that U.S. interventionism is going to just drag this into a bloody fucking war. And then some people who are excited about the possibility of being removed out from under of a terrorist regime. You have no fucking ability to have any sort of nuance approaching that. Not even a little bit. Right? Why are you laughing? You're getting fucking cooked right now. You were getting sauteed, dude. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Holy shit. Why aren't you protesting right now? Who was that? He's been up before? What you say his name was? Binko? Binko? He came up here being like, "It's me, Binko," and like he was the Joker to my Batman, and I'm like, who? That's gotta suck. I get it, dude. It's me, Binko. Vinko? Who cares? Genuinely, who cares, dude? Genuinely, who cares? Man. You're crying on the internet. Brother, what would your Plinko? Who cares? I think it was more Dinko. I think it was a dink. Jinko jeans? Big Ron, I know that you've probably got 90 other accounts, so I'm just going to hit this one. Why are you crying? I don't know. 6 service members have fucking perished since they started this on Saturday. 6 American military members have died. Benghazi? Anybody? Benghazi? Okay. 500 fucking people have died? Why are you crying? Good, that sucks. Because I'm keyed into this and you're out there playing the Joker. Cool, man. Cool. And yeah, the president, live visibility restricted for 10 minutes. It's probably for the best. It's probably for the best, if I'm honest. Just calm down. Just take a big, deep breath. Here, look. Still transfixed. Still transfixed. Boots on the ground in Ecuador. Hey, baby. Regime change in Venezuela. Regime change in fucking Iran. Who knows what's happening in Greenland? Haven't heard that. Haven't heard from that recently. Why are you mad? Fucking look around. Spain. Yeah, dude. Holy shit. Anyway. Rudy. Should we just have some friends? Maybe we just have friends. Can I just do this? Friends. Friends, if I let you up, I would love, I would love for you to have an idea of what you want to talk about. You know what I mean? I want you to have like a fucking thesis statement. Sometimes, it's not often. Often you guys, usually 90% of the time you guys are fucking great. You guys are fucking great. Sometimes it's just like, hey, and I'm like, okay. Great. That's all I'm saying. Just have a fucking something locked and loaded so we can talk about it. I know that you guys want to talk to me. I want to talk to you. Most of the time. You know? It's me, Binko. I'm Binko. Remember me? No, dude. Sorry. Sorry, man. I don't. Okay. My hoodie's Ray Volpe hoodie. Ray Volpe, Volpetron forever hoodie. Leishna's thinking about it.
Hey, I did not mean to hit a request up. I'm so sorry.
Blocked. I'm blocking you.
Oh.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's fine. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too.
Okay, bye. Okay. It's not Leisha's fault. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. Jared, I see you. I'm trying to get oh, what happened? Butter B? She requested by accident too. Dang. Collective no from the crowd. She is awful. I need to start implementing a kick fee. Just for Butterbee though. Butterbee is a $3 kick fee. How about that? $3 kick fee just for her. Full of love, Denver. I'm from Denver. Can I prepay? Funny. What's up?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. So I actually tried to join the other day when Brenna was up talking about the lady with her food stamps being cut to $12.50 in that horrible video. So I run a food pantry here in Denver. I know that you also live here too. And we oh, I can turn my camera on. We also have been delivering like directly to people. I know that that's something that kind of Benji had talked about, but I just wanted to kind of get on and talk about, I think there was someone else on the live as well that was talking about the abuse of food stamps, and that we shouldn't essentially be providing that service for people that abuse it and that sort of thing. And I just kind of wanted to talk about like the fact that it's not really a reason to not help people. And this is like a huge misconception about the people that are needing food and the people that are asking for this stuff, because 99% of the time it's not the case, and it's not the point of the whole thing. And the amount of people that reach out to us saying that they have skip meals to pay rent, or have not eaten, or know everything that's in their pantry. So it's a huge thing, even in places like Denver. And it's just like a huge thing. And had tried to join on when Brenna was talking about this. So this is kind of like days after relevancy, but
Still relevant, turns out, which is unfortunate.
it's super unfortunate. And it's also like, it's so crazy to me that people even still have this ideology of abuse of a service like food stamps, when people are literally going hungry and paying thousands of dollars worth of rent or thousands of dollars worth of medications. So to hear people get on here every day and talk about like people saying, oh, this is just not my problem, is a horrible way to like go about it. So really that's all that I was kind of.
I also think it's worth reiterating that, like, the idea that again, I think Brenna made the point where, like, at some point we were talking about this, and like, if certain people abuse this system, does that mean that the system should not be available to people who don't use it? And like, by that logic, now do guns. Great, sick, awesome.
Exactly.
We're on board. If that's the logic that you'd like to use, certain people abuse this constitutional right constantly, then nobody gets it, right? No.
But the difference is between the abuse of guns comes from a white place.
Sure.
So,
Well, and but
so
the point.
it basically just breaks down to not wanting to help minority communities is what it comes down to.
Absolutely. And yes, currently, but again, the logic is so faulty that it is really good. It's a really good way to put it in perspective that, like, you don't have this feeling about anything else. Yeah, certain people misuse the privilege of driving a car. They drive drunk, they speed, they kill people. Nobody should get this then? Of course not. Of course you wouldn't make that certain people do bad things in the military. Should we abolish the military? No, of course not. It doesn't make any fucking sense. So, and also crucially, like, we have the money. We are every fucking thing that we shoot down in the sky right now costs $3 million. We could build a school for every missile they shoot down right now. Think about that. One $3 million fucking school in rural America, and build it with marble and line the fucking toilets with gold, and we could do that. They're small schools, but it's fucking insane. So we have the money. So shut up.
We absolutely have the money. And also, if you've never gone hungry and you've never known what that's like, then I don't expect a perspective, but it's the humanity of it all.
Try skipping a meal. It sucks. Can I ask? You're not under any obligation. I can ask you this later in the DMs. But like,
okay.
where's our pantry?
We're in the Swansea neighborhood, so like about, I would say, to reference like Martin Luther King and Colorado Boulevard.
Okay, got it.
So we directly deliver. Right now, it's 2 times a week. We're very small, but directly deliver to the homes of people, and that can be We don't have like income requirement, that sort of thing, which was the biggest thing for me when starting this was because, and the access just of it being delivered, because the amount of people that can't get to a food pantry or that can't get on the bus, do all that stuff. So that was the biggest part of that, was making sure that was getting directly to who needed it, no questions asked.
Love that.
And again, with the abuse thing, I've had many of people be like, oh, well, you're probably just delivering to people that are too lazy to go to the store. And that might be true. There may be one of the 100 people that I deliver to that are abusing it, but that's not a reflection of me.
Dave. No, exactly right. Exactly.
It's not
right.
a reflection of me. And I don't, one, to be just frank, don't have the time. I'm not going through everybody's income. And also, that's not a very good reflection of anything right now.
Right. Right.
Because
exactly.
cool, you might make good money on paper, but then you're talking about rent costs, children, that all adds, medical costs. So it's a lot of food pantries, and I understand the point of it, do a income requirement, or you have to bring your pay stubs, you have to do this, this, and this. But it's just not conducive right now to how the world is.
Agree. Well, really appreciate
That's
you
it.
coming up.
That's all my 2 cents.
Thank you. It was really great to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Bye.
Bye. Sick. Lovely. Great. I'm just going to put us back in the power position. Yeah. Agree. Cool. What else should we talk about? Who else wants to come up? What else do you want to talk about? Bring me up, Mark. Deal. Oh, I want this. Wait, hold on. What is it's the American flag flipping off this in space? No.
Well, I mean, you might not want it to be, but it
Oh,
is.
it's this fucking guy. Did your other account get deleted?
Yeah, it did. You know, when you're a Trump supporter and you're supposedly spreading conspiracy theories and half of them come true, you know, that's what happens.
What was the conspiracy theory they got you on?
It was the multiple. It wasn't the one.
What was the one? Or what was the last one?
I would say, well, it wasn't even a conspiracy theory, honestly. They said I was impersonating somebody. When I had been paid from my creator rewards videos, I had a TikTok shop. They had my personal
Getting
information.
paid for this, dude?
I made over 10 grand from my videos.
You're bought and paid for by big TikTok? That's nuts.
Who said I'm bought and paid?
Well, you're clearly just saying what they want you to say.
I said that I earned some money from sharing some videos without getting violations, because you can't have violations to earn the money.
Well, that's not me then.
Yeah, it's all good. Sometimes shit happens. I had me a page that was good, you know, one of those Square Bear Karen pages. And then I had me a regular Eric page. So
Sorry to hear, Eric.
can we talk about the Iran thing real quick? Because I think the left, you're losing this argument bad. You may think it's funny all you want, but I swear you are.
All right, hit. Let's hear it.
Well, you think Trump shouldn't have did what he did, right?
Do I think Trump shouldn't have did what he did?
Well, you don't agree with what he did in Iran, right?
You don't agree with it, right?
What are you talking about?
He said to you, I'm not positive, Eric, but I feel like leading up to the 2024 election, you must have said to me, he didn't start any new wars. And it was this thing where he just kept repeating that. Like, JD Vance fucking said that. And like, you just kept saying that. And like, I'm sure, used that as a talking point about it. Like,
No, not really.
But you acknowledge that he said
on
that.
that one, in my
Right? He
opinion
said
on
that.
the no new war thing.
Not yet. But acknowledge that that's a big thing that he said, like a lot of times.
Most definitely it was.
Okay,
For sure.
So he said to you, Eric, we're not going to start any new wars. We're not going
He
to.
said
We're
that
not
to
going to spend.
everybody, but I
We're not.
guess you could
But
say
for
to me.
specific, like in this instance, he said, Eric, Biden spent too much money in Ukraine, even though we're just sending disused military equipment. We're spending too much money in Ukraine. We're not going to send any money abroad. We're not going to get pulled into this sort of like money suck of a regime change. We're not going to do that. He said, Eric, we're not going to do that. And then when he took office, and then like 6 months later, he lined the coast of Venezuela, by the way, just murdering random fishermen, which they acknowledge, and then took the leader from Venezuela at great cost to us, millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Are we
Billions.
talking about the Venezuela leader?
We're getting there. Then billions of dollars to Argentina, and then suddenly we find ourselves in a war, not constitutionally allowed yet. It will be on Thursday, but a war with a different country on behalf of another country, and you are up here about to unhinge your jaw and tell us why you are now in favor of that, despite voting primarily for him not to do that. Right? Do I have that all right?
I just told you that I didn't primarily vote for no new wars. What I know the difference from the previous administrations that we have had plenty of past presidents that love to go to war, right? They have, and they actually overextend the wars and make them way longer than they should. What I feel like Trump and Trump's administration is about doing is about handling business and getting the job done quick as can be. Okay. So in Venezuela, it was a 2-hour job. I call that gangster. Then we go to Iran, and the head dude that said that he had hits on Trump.
You call that gangster because you don't understand what's going on.
Let me finish. 2 hours in and out. And we had him in
the
his
same
life.
regime. The same
Let me
regime is
just
in
finish.
charge
I let
now,
you go for a
and they
minute.
promised oil, and now everyone in Cuba is going to die because of this fucking thing.
Man,
They
the
promised
dictator
oil.
in Cuba is about to get
Just
snatched
saying.
next.
Just saying. Yeah. So exactly, he's just out here spending your money. But go on, do Iran now.
So let me finish. Now, we have a group of people that say death to the United States, and they're burning the American flag, okay?
Why do you think they do that?
Why do you think they do that? Because they're
Yeah.
terrorists.
No, but like if you
You know
pretend
what terrorists are?
pretend for a second that you had
Can you
Wait,
answer
wait,
the
wait,
question
wait.
that I asked? Good.
Not
So
yet.
have a
Pretend-
faith-based.
pretend for a I am pretend for a second that
faith-based
you
would be
had
you answering the
I'm going
question
to.
and I answer.
No, you didn't answer. Hang on. Pretend for a sec. I said why do they do that? Pretend for a sec. You said terrorists. For a second that you had a brain that worked. Think
I do have
really
a brain
hard.
that works.
I don't think so. Think really
Have you talked to
hard.
any Iranians on your life?
Yeah, yesterday. Think really hard as to, and you would call them terrorists. Think really hard as
If they
to why.
agreed with the dude that was unalived, yeah, I would.
Think really hard.
Come on now, good
Wait,
trouble.
listen. Think really hard as to why a country full of people would be pushed to say something like that.
Wait, say that again.
How did the former leader of Iran come to power?
From the corrupt government that was in place how long ago? We've been having a corrupt government
them there?
forever.
Who put them there?
Who? Tell me, bro. Somebody
We did.
under the United States administration. No shit. So what president was it? Be
We
exact.
did that.
What
we
president
did that.
was it?
Yeah, I don't know. It was the fucking 60s.
So how about
The
instead of
CIA
saying
did
we
that.
did that, blame the president like you blame Trump for everything. Don't say we.
It was Obama. But what I'm saying is we,
If it was
America,
in the 60s, it
listen
wasn't
to me,
Obama,
listen
right?
to me, listen
You're
to
not
me,
having faith based.
listen to me. It was this country came in and had
No,
did a
I know what
regime.
the fuck
Stop
United
talking for a second, Eric. Our country came in, fucked this other country, took away a leader that was like nationalizing their oil, giving them health care, giving women rights, and because they were taking oil away from us and Britain, we toppled their fucking presidency and installed the guy that you said chants death to America. Why do you think a country that has seen us intervene in their elections and in their world and sanction them to the point of fucking poverty would chant that? It's not because they're terrorists. It's because we ruined their fucking way of life for 50 years, dog.
So then why did Los Angeles alone have 400,000 people in the street
Stop. Don't
happy
pass.
about what happened?
Yeah, because they are under a brutal dictatorship. Two things can be true at the same time. What I'm saying is you're just labeling. Shut up. What you're saying is you're labeling people who are mad at America for doing awful things to their country in the name of oil as terrorists. And I want to tell you this. All of the people that think that, you and every other Republican, that guy who's just up here,
I never said
who receive this absolutely idiotic propaganda through their fucking open hole of their fucking head and then spit it out another open hole of their head are morons.
Okay,
You are a fucking
describe shit shows you're a moron.
You are some of the dumbest people that get to walk the earth. I don't know why you think that your opinions should matter. It makes me furious that you think that. When they said, why did they do 9/11? Why did 9/11 happen, Eric? Because they hated freedom. Because they hate freedom.
So you really think they were the one that did 9/11? You still don't know what really happened with 9/11?
Yeah, you're going to tell me the Jews did it. Yeah. Yeah, we're to that point of the fucking night. Here's my point. If you have not been able to think about this critically in any way, why do you think there's such animosity? Why do you think people are in the streets when 9/11 happened? Yes, of course, it's fucking awful to see that. It's also representative of this sort of imperialist war machine that we represent, that those towers represent. Do I think that we deserved it? No. Do I understand why people fucking are fine with it? Yeah. Yeah, dude. Do I understand why people chant death to America? Yeah. If you think you can just like blanket call everyone a terrorist, you're an Islamophobe fucking piece of shit. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Dog. It sucks. I can also be of the opinion that people living under a regime that goes and murders protesters should not be in power anymore. I understand why people are in the streets. It's not that hard. Two things can be true at the same time. Brother. Howard Lutnick did 9/11. Sure, man. Okay. Okay, dude. Not on this life. You know? Poor Eric got his account taken down. I wonder why. He said something about conspiracies. My baby. Oh my God, you're so cute. Okay. Hello?
Hey, how are you?
Great. How are you?
Good. So I live in a house full of men. We're all not MAGA. We're the opposite, okay? But I'm a person of a certain age, as is my husband, and I have grown children. Okay. So I remember Howard Stern back in the day, right? And I hear this clip of Trump on Howard Stern talking about walking into the pageants, et cetera. And obviously that's abhorrent and terrible and gross and everything. But I also remember that time where saying something like that wasn't received in the same way that my kids would receive it if they heard it today. So I hear younger people reacting to that clip in a way that is outsized of how I react to it, even though I know it's bad. And I
Okay.
want to hear your opinion about that. I've tried to talking about it with the men in my house, but they don't engage on the same level. And I just want to talk to somebody who is like interested in this.
Are they engaging in the sense that like they think that it's fine?
No, the opposite. No.
Okay.
But I have a more nuanced perspective. I'm the one with the nuanced perspective.
Got it. Okay. It's very interesting, if I'm honest, from a woman's perspective, I think.
Yeah.
I don't, and so like, there's a very famous clip of like, you know who Alex Hermosi is?
No.
He's the guy that wears a fucking Breathe Right strip and he looks like a gorilla. He does business. He's an influencer. The clip is him saying like everything is contextual. So like go back 10 years, saying that you married a 14-year-old, fucking crazy, right? Go back 100 years, totally fine. It's all about perspective. And like
Right.
the idea is, well, yeah, except it wasn't right then,
Right.
despite it happening.
Right.
And so like it's not as if like the cultural differences made it okay. It was still a very incredibly terrible thing that was out, especially Donald Trump being in that position. It's never okay. Society just caught up to the true sort of like rot that allowed someone like Donald Trump to walk into a like teen pageant as they're changing. And so like, yeah, does that?
Yes. Okay. So that is exactly, I mean, that's the first level of the conversation, right? Like that is absolutely the truth. So when I listen to some of these dudes on TikTok these young guys who like to debate older people about their reaction to that clip, the older people are like, it's a shock jock show. And I'm like, okay, yes, it was a shock jock show. Wait, let me gather my thoughts again about that. So I feel like these younger people don't understand how to talk to the older people about that topic because they don't get the second level reaction to it. Like they don't understand the history under it, why an older person might not have the same reaction, right? They're just instantly repelled. They don't understand that other people are kind of used to hearing people talk like that. Like we used to hurt each other's feelings for fun just because we had nothing better to do.
Can I ask what this? Sure. What
Yeah.
do you mind? I know this is very rude, but like of a certain age.
Old enough to have children who are in college.
So am I.
I grew up in the 80s, right? I was in high school in the 80s.
Okay, so I was born in '84. So like,
Okay.
I grew up listening to Don Imus in the morning with my dad going to work, going to school, and so like sure, I also grew up in that time, but like here, all of the sort of like progression that we have all gone through as a society, like I hear that and I'm horrified.
Yeah.
I'm equally. I don't know. Maybe I jump straight to just being horrified hearing that.
So you're millennial?
But I'm 84, barely.
Yeah, well, I was born in 71. You know what I mean? Like there's a whole like almost generation, right? Like I might have raised you.
Sure. Well, sure.
Okay. So okay, let me try to refine my question. So, it's not that I don't think it's a bad thing what he did. It's that there's how might a person who's instantly repelled by his commentary talk to somebody who's kind of used to hearing people talk like that? What do you think about that? Like how would you mitigate that? It's like a gender gap. It's like,
do we have to?
Yes, because if you want to change someone's mind, you have to meet them on their level.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think sure. I get why you would say that. I get why that makes sense.
Can I turn my camera on? I don't know. It feels
Sure.
weird like
Go nuts.
talking to you. I don't know how to do it.
I'll help.
Oh, okay. I got it. Okay. Hi.
I don't think it's on. I don't think that like let's use a more insane version.
Okay.
Let's say someone's like, I grew up saying the N-word. I don't really get it. Why it's a big deal. I don't do it now.
Yeah.
So what? It's not up to the person explaining to the person who grew up saying the N-word why it's bad. It's up to the person who thinks it's not a big deal to join the rest of progressive society in saying that's
Right.
wrong. So it's not up to the person explaining it. It's up to the person not understanding,
So
being
if I was
explained.
trying to convince my parents of something that they're doing that's crazy, I would say I would try to relate to them on their level and say, okay, my mom's insane, right? Like she does these insane things, and then she complains about other people who do the exact same insane thing to her. And I say to her, "Hey, remember the time that I told you I didn't like it when you did that to me? Well, that's how I felt." Right. So you have to like, I try to find a way to help her see it from her perspective.
Sure.
Right. And I feel like that's kind of that same conversation because I listen to people like, Dean Withers or something argue with people his parents' age. And they're like, it was just a show. And yeah, no, they're not right. They're not right. But I
Right.
think he doesn't get that why they think that. Do you know what I mean? Like there's something in between. There's something where I feel like I don't know what that language is, but I want to know what it is, right? Like I feel like he needs to that younger generation needs to understand where the older generation is coming
Why?
from
Why?
to so that you can help them see another perspective. You can't just
So
hold
you're
up
putting you're
this
putting the
color.
onus. You're putting the onus on the kid.
Right. Because when you said it, because when you can
It's
only,
not up to them.
because you can only control yourself, you can't control them. So you have to help them make the decision to come to you.
I don't think that like the level of, I mean, this again, we're using this. This is a less extreme version of all of the larger conversation of somebody who's like set in their ways or doesn't has not it's not been like sensitized to how sort of vile this behavior was. We're putting the onus on the other person, and I don't if someone let's just say this, if someone is not horrified by that kind of language and that kind of behavior,
Yeah.
why are we coddling the person who is theoretically nonplussed about sort of shock jock behavior? Why is that person's feelings being protected when they don't give a
No.
shit?
It's not about the feelings. It's
Yeah,
because you want them to change their mind, but people don't just change their mind, right? You have to give them incentive to think it's beneficial to them or a reason to question why they think that way. So if you don't give them any reason to question why they think that way, then why would they bother? They're just like, oh, you're dumb. And they move on because these are not smart people to start with.
fair. Well, I think that you're not giving them enough credit. Also,
Really? Really?
yeah.
Anybody
I
who thinks that comment from Trump thinking that that's like cool, they think it's cool. I'm
some
not
do.
giving them credit.
No, sure. But that's again, like if people are up there having so again, this is also, it comes into a left versus right thing. Like if people are up there having a conversation with Dean Withers, I'm going to assume that they are not there in good faith to change their minds. I think that like Dean Withers is reacting reasonably to
That's
someone
true.
who's up there being like, it's not a big deal. And Dean Withers is going, it's a fucking huge deal. Of course. And so like, yeah, I don't I think that there are other battles one after another that we need to win, and I think that this one is. I mean, I get the impetus, and this is something we talk about a lot, which is just like how to convince people, how to change people's minds. But I think that like we've also had a long conversation about like coddling people who don't deserve it, and sometimes the carrot is less effective than the stick. Truthfully,
Interesting.
yeah.
I don't know. I work in healthcare. I'm always on the side of trying to help people decide to make decisions in their best interest, you know?
Sure.
So that's kind of, I don't know. I guess and I'm a parent, you know what I mean? Like I'm the mom. Like you can't just stick everybody.
Yeah.
You gotta kind of like, it's a carrot stick back and forth. So I guess I'm always
Not
thinking of it
everybody
that
gets
way.
the stick. Not everybody
Not
gets the
everybody.
stick. But people, okay, so people who hear that conversation and go, "What's the big deal?" We talk like that. I think that like that's a symptom of a much larger, more
Yeah.
insidious.
It's
So
the
yeah,
generation I grew up in. That's the symptom.
but
Like
plenty of the people that
Porky's, Revenge of the
hang on,
Nerds, like
yeah,
we
but
all,
lady,
Fast Times at Ridgemont High. You know what I
sure,
mean?
but
Like that
plenty of the
was,
people that grew up in your generation don't do that. Don't.
no, but they also aren't offended when they hear it because it's so part of
Are you offended when you hear
Vagina.
stuff like that?
No.
Okay.
Even though I know it's wrong, I understand. And so, I mean, I worked in Hollywood forever, and you just knew that you were going to take abuse if you wanted to work in that business. You know what I mean? Like
You
I
should
feel
be
like,
yeah, I think I'm of the opinion that you should be retroactively offended.
oh, I
Yeah.
am
Okay.
100%.
But that's not what, okay. Maybe I'm
I am.
misunderstanding.
Okay. So you are, I guess you are. So you're not trying to convince me, right? I am offended. I know all of it's wrong, all of it. But I also know that people who don't think it's wrong because at the time that they were forming, it wasn't considered wrong. Men, especially.
Yeah.
You know, not necessarily women so much. I'm sure women were always offended, but men were like, okay, it's cool. It's cool to brag about, screwing a lot of girls. It was the jock nerd. Like, I feel like if you didn't grow up in that time, maybe you just don't get it. But it was not
I think,
egalitarian
yeah.
to be that old during that time.
But I don't think, yeah, I don't know that there are two realities the way that you're describing this, if I'm honest. Like I don't think there was like BC and then AD Porkies. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that there was like, and the people that like as society progressed, they were like began to understand. Like even 2010, people were saying the R slur in some of my favorite shows. Can't fucking play those shows anymore. Like
Yeah.
when I watch those shows now, I get a fucking
Oh
ick.
yeah, big time cringe.
So
Okay, so you're
they
saying
should
that
be too.
you think people, okay, so it's just like dumb people who get stuck. I mean, there's some people who listen to the same music their whole life, right? Like
I think
they get stuck.
well, sure. I think the people saying what's the big deal hear a video of him on a bus describing him assaulting women, saying, I don't get it, that's just locker room talk. And I'm of the opinion that if they have not figured this out, it is not my job to slowly guide somebody like that into our new society. I think that they can go kick rocks, frankly. Or go back under the one that they came out of, because
Or
I
go
don't.
or go vote.
Well, sure, but like, there's plenty of people that we have. I don't think that this is. I'm not gonna. You can if you want.
You're not
to.
going to what? Oh, you're not going to talk to them about their.
I'm not.
I mean,
I'm
I just
going
heard
to.
you berating a guy that was kind of stupid and didn't pay attention to the news, and so you're just saying stick.
Not all the time. I mean, I always try, even with Eric, and we've talked to Eric a bunch of different times. I always try the carrot first, always, and then at a certain point, it just gets lost, and then it's just a stick. And so,
All
but
right.
like, I will always fucking try. But if there is also agency in people your age. At this point, if you are unable to see this sort of like the villainy in bragging about assaulting women, or bragging about assaulting women in a different way, which is entering their space uninvited, like
Yeah.
I don't need, you don't need a guiding hand. You need a firmer hand, and it's in this kind of motion.
Your point is well taken. I'm calling to mind somebody I used to date who basically should have been Me Too'd, and I wouldn't be sad if he was at this point. So yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey,
Okay,
cool.
yeah, we're good.
Appreciate you.
All right,
Thanks for coming
thanks.
up.
Bye.
Bye. Whoops. Thanks. Cool. I think fair enough. We had, I don't know if you guys remember, we had a long conversation with Jolly and Isha a long time ago about this. Different thing, racial thing, where like people get, at the time, and I think still, people were like upset that I was coddling somebody at the time. And I was just like, well, sometimes you need to like give these people an off ramp. And like I think there's utility and value in that sometimes. And there's also like, we don't have fucking time. We don't have fucking time. Now, and at this point in the year of our Lord 2026, you should be already figuring this out for yourself. You like treating everybody as if they're tiny little children who can't comprehend why some of the things they believe are wrong, and like giving and just trying to like coddle them to the point of our sort of collective exhaustion and insanity still doesn't move the needle. We try, and it still doesn't work. So fuck them, actually. You know? If one of you would like to come up here and defend Donald Trump walking into that locker room, just saying boys will be boys and locker room talk, I'd love to hear it. I'd love to show her my take on how you deal with that. I'll be nice, dude. I'll be nice. I promise. Damn, I gotta change this. This sucks.
All right, Trouble. Thank you for having me, dude. Because I agree with that last girl times 1,000. I grew up, born in 1974. Yeah, I'm still here. Okay, cool. You can put me on the big screen again if you want, but
I don't.
if you want to bring other people up, either way, however you want
Let's
to
focus
do
on
it.
what you were gonna say, Rob.
Yes, I agree with her.
What do you?
Yeah,
what do you
like I
agree
said.
with? What did you watch just
Like
then
the
and agree with her?
movie, The Blue Lagoon, everything.
she
Nobody
saying?
had problems until
Hey, Rob, can you hear me?
everybody started. Go ahead.
What was her thesis statement?
Basically, there was people naked on TV in high school. These were high school girls in like Fast Times
I
at
just want
Ridgemont High.
to clarify. This is who this woman was talking about. This is
The
the
last
person.
guest.
Yes, exactly. You are who she was saying. Like we should give grace to. You are somebody that is like, what's the big? This is my point. Is that this person has the mental faculties of a solar power calculator that has been left in a drawer somewhere for 20,000 years. Sorry, Rob. I don't think that you're smart enough to have this conversation. I'm going to be honest.
I don't think you know what you're talking about, dude.
Damn, got me.
Got
me. You're
What
right.
does a calculator have to do with anything? It's just normal biology.
Oh God.
Yes,
you're right.
it's normal biology, and
All I was asking you was what her point was, and then you couldn't say it.
okay, you say what her point was. I was making a point that
I know, bro. I know what her point was because I just had a conversation with her about it.
I don't think you do, because I just told you what her point was.
You said something about fucking naked women on television. That had nothing to do with it.
I'm talking about like movies back in the early 80s,
What was her point, Rob?
70s. Her point was it was a different day, it was a different time, and there wasn't so much about the LGBTQIA
No,
and
nothing
everybody
to do with that. Nothing to do with that. Rob
trying
just
to
swimming in the
flip
deep
the
end.
script and
Swimming with the
rewrite.
deep end. Swimming in the deep end with his fucking ankle weights on, dude. That's nuts.
I'm
I
talking
cannot
to
believe-
the
these
du-
people
the people
vote,
now.
man. These are the fucking people that vote. Is that not insane? Man, maybe we need a poll tax. Holy shit.
Okay, so what year were you born? If you
Where's
don't mind
bring
me
back
asking?
bring
Is that
back Vivek Ramaswamy? You know, actually fine.
what?
IQ
Tell me,
poll
what
tax.
year were you born?
1962.
You look pretty good for 1962,
Thanks, man.
and I'm not even gay.
I'm 63.
All right, so you should agree with me, unless you're not a real man.
What? Doc. Oh fuck. I want to ask you different questions, Rob. Okay. Oh man, my cat's so cute. She's so cute right
What do you want to know?
now. I don't know.
8 inches.
What is the capital of Canada?
Toronto?
Wrong. Try again.
Um,
I did miss the push-up contest. Holy shit. Damn, dude. Rob, pop that camera on, dude. I did chest today, chat. That sucks for me, but Rob, you said I'm not a real man. Are you a real man?
yeah, what do you want me to do?
We're going to do a push-up contest.
How am I going to do a push-up contest?
What do you mean?
Sitting here in a chair.
Well, you get out of the chair, you put your
I'm
phone
used to the.
you put your phone on the ground, and then we set up and we do a push-up contest until one of us stops. And
What is this going to prove? For God's sake!
you said I'm not a real man, and I'm saying
Why don't we have a dick
I'm more of a
measuring
man than you.
contest? I already
I'll do
told
that
you
too.
I was 8 inches.
Rob, I'll do that too, and unfortunately you'll lose that too, which is a bummer.
No, I won't. I've
You
got
will.
a penis pump. I can pump up to fucking 9 inches if I want. I have got like the secret weapon that everybody in society needs.
This might be the greatest thing that's ever happened on this live. That might be. I cannot wait to tell Lysandra. Please tell me someone is recording this. Please, for the love of all that is holy, someone please tell me that you got that. This is, Rob, hold on. First of all,
Yes, I am not apologetic.
I know, you should be.
Yeah, I will
Rob,
tell
tell me, do me a favor
Lysandra
before you
knows
go.
I talk
Before
about
you,
the penis pump.
sure,
It's the
Rob,
greatest.
do me
invention
do me a
ever.
favor. Do me a favor. Don't say things that'll get this live taken down.
Okay, how could that? That's a health instrument.
It sure is, little buddy. It sure is.
Little buddy.
Yeah. You know what's crazy is that like I don't own one.
Well, that's because, well, you see, I had cancer like 3 times, and after I finally got a divorce and got back out on the main scene, I went to one of those places that gives you the ED medicine, and I walked out of there with the pump, and the whole thing cost me like $1,000, and the medicine was good. I mean, I lasted like freaking 2 hours.
Rob,
Which was
why
like
do you
way
feel
longer.
like this is reasonable information to be telling me and 2,100 other people?
Because it's like my secret weapon.
Rob, do you believe in gender affirming care?
Do you know what? Have you ever seen a porn star? How they are
Rob.
shaped?
Rob, do you believe in gender affirming care?
No. I mean, I guess I don't care. I really don't.
Nice.
This
dude.
isn't about gender affirming care. This is about me and my penis pump, dude. And how
How
you
do we
could
make this a t-shirt?
you could benefit
How do we make this a t-shirt?
you could benefit to having a penis pump, even if you don't need one.
Stop
Even
saying. You gotta say pee.
Okay, the
Pee-
PP. If
pee
you
pump.
had a PP, it's the greatest invention in the history of man.
Sounds like a ringing endorsement, Rob.
You would be, yes, I am going to sell the hell out of it whenever I start going live.
You're live right now.
Yes, but I just started going live. I mean, one day I'm going
Brother, thank you for this gift. I don't believe in you necessarily, but Sarah, the unicorn, thank you. Thank you, Sarah. That is... I cannot wait to tell Lysandra. I'm going to tell her right now. It's fucking 2 a.m. where she is. What in the fuck? All right, hold on. Somebody start making pump merch. Somebody, nerds, we need pump. Nah, I can't. How do I sell that, though? Because then it'll imply that it's a pretty ringing endorsement. It's a pretty ringing endorsement. I have never had the need to get one. but maybe I do. $1,000 though. $1,000. April, if you're in here, I need I need to borrow the $1,000 I sent you last night. Okay, it's not for nothing. It's not related to this. It's not related to this. I need to borrow. I'll give it back eventually. What the dog? What just happened to us? What just happened to us? I need to show you this while we're sitting here. Hold on. Look at this little angel. This little fucking monster. She fell asleep listening to this, and now she's just asleep. She sounds much better, which is crazy. She took one pill. God damn, if that was the answer, I'm gonna be so mad. What the fuck? Good Pump LLC. Goodpumpernickel.com. My baby girl. You wake up? Did you wake up? What the fuck? What the fuck? Dude. What was that? What have we done? Non-consensual information, Nate.
Hey, how we doing?
Great. I thought your profile picture was the Chicago Bean for a second, but it's...
That'd be nice. So I was actually curious what the discussion was prior, not before the pump situation. I kind of like got into the end of that and then got charged into this one.
We were talking about people of a certain age hearing things that, like, why people who are younger are listening to, like, historically contextual things and are outraged in a way that they're not. So, like, we were talking about how
What's historically contextual?
Gen X hears a story about Donald Trump walking into like teenage locker rooms and are nonplussed about it. And somebody like Dean, she used as an example, hearing that story and being outraged correctly by that, and herself also, and like this sort of disconnect between there, and trying to get the people that don't see that as a big deal to change their mind and realize that it's a big deal. And I was saying it's on them. And I was curious if that guy he wanted to come up and be like, it's not a big deal, and I wanted to have him tell us what we were talking about, and he obviously has 4 brain cells.
So that was the boys will be boys.
No, we didn't even get there, Nate. We didn't even get there because he just, I don't know what the fuck that was, but how do you feel about that?
Feel about what exactly?
Where do you fall on the Trump going into changing women's locker rooms?
I personally don't see, feel, or even think that there's a need. So this is actually the first time hearing about it as well. So I would kind of disagree with it. It's not okay.
Trump famously,
there's no necessity for it.
Famously ran a teen pageant and Miss America and bragged on Howard Stern, saying that he would just go, because he owned the pageant, he would just go back there and there would be beautiful women changing all the time and it was not a big deal. So he said that like a bunch of times, which is weird. And so, like, clips of him saying that, live clips of him saying that, fucking, you know. Nate, I'm curious now. Where do you fall generally in the political spectrum?
I've just been very observant. Growing up, I learned about government and how it's supposed to run in like fourth, fifth grade. 2008 elections was like introduced for my age, and since then it's just been very observant. As far as politics and being political, I find it very, very. What's the show called where it's like a reality? I find it like very much like reality TV. I find it really going nowhere, and I understand there's a lot of yelling. There can go back and forth. A lot of propaganda, you can say, but even then, it's hard to tell what's true because everything's on such a grander scale.
Kinda.
And so, what was funny is actually I still think about it to this day. Was back in 2008 with McCain versus Obama, was very much. I actually witnessed propaganda firsthand. I had like a small TV in my brother's room, my brother's and I's room, and it was just we've seen some jokes about like on Obama's behalf, and it was just kind of funny. But even then, I was like, oh, it's like more satirical. Sorry, not propaganda, satirical satire. And so, as I've been seeing a lot of development in technology, it's been easier to spread, been easier to witness, be easier to hear the voices, see the voices of everybody in the United States. It's very much showcasing what the United States did stand for, where every state is individual and has their own laws, regulations, rules, legislations, different views, different backgrounds of
Nate.
work, labor. Yeah.
Cool. Who'd you vote for the last election?
I have not voted since registering.
In 2008?
I've never voted. No, I was in third, fourth grade in 2008.
Oh, okay. How old are you now? I can't do math.
I'm 27, almost about to turn 28.
Okay. Why no vote?
So the only time I know when it's time to vote is when we get our ballots in the mail. There's never been any push to view politics. There's never been any push around me to understand what's going on. And even if I were to try and look out and try to like find a view, it would very much be one-sided.
Really?
Right? Like if I scroll through, so when I scroll through Twitter or X, even now, I can get very much stuck on one side of a view.
Sure.
That it's hard to go and find an opposing view because it's one of those I would have to then oppose it myself and find a way to kind of oppose everything I see, I would say.
Okay. You're saying that in the 10-ish years that you've been eligible to vote, since you've been 18, you haven't voted, and you don't know when the elections are? Is that the reason?
I know when the elections are.
Okay.
However, I find it difficult to research what it is we're voting on, and also to just have like a stance per se.
I think weirdly, I think that I can conceptualize what you're saying. I think that the ballot measures are really hard to find. I think that the bureaucracy of our government seemingly sometimes is intentionally sort of vague and inaccessible. I don't think that is an excuse to not participate in the big boy elections, though, because you have access.
I wouldn't be saying I'm trying to actively not participate. I would say I'm trying to participate. However, when it becomes on a mass scale and it becomes again like this popularity contest where it's kind of an either or, but I don't think a majority understand that there are limits to the power, right? So with the whole Donald Trump thing becoming president, initially I wasn't necessarily opposed to it because I had been given a statement where it was like, oh, when he was running for president, it was different because he was a businessman, not a politician per se.
Yeah.
So it would have shaken things up. So I understood that bit, but at the same time I went, what else did he have that would give him the knowledge to be in the executive branch and not just the legislative.
I don't understand
especially
being
not
this
being
this
traditional.
keyed in, and then understanding this sort of existential threat that giving somebody with his sort of personality type the keys to our democracy. I don't understand, seemingly understanding how our government works to this degree, and then choosing to.
I believe it actually allowed a huge showcase of what democracy actually is, and how it can work and how it can be detrimental
The
as
first
well.
time.
But at the same time, come again?
The first time he surrounded himself with sort of like industry insiders, despite promising to drain the swamp, and then like.
Well, that's where I find it kind of hilarious. Where
But so democracy defended itself because the systems were in place. The democracy defended itself down to the final gasps as Mike Pence found a spine and decided to continue our democracy as intended. And then people abstained from ending his sort of the presidential run a second time, and now he's surrounded himself with bloodthirsty sycophants who will say yes to anything. And now what we're seeing is the demolition of our democracy. I think that like any sort of pretext or context of our existing democracy is withering in front of us. I think if you are at all keyed in, which I think sounds like that you are, I don't know how you understand how the first time and the second time are different now.
yes, I understand how the first and second time are different. It was actually interesting with the first time because again, it turns into this whole. It was by party. The parties can have their differences, but he was more or less again what the idea of the democracy and like the representatives, senates, and all that was that he was just a representative of
Do you
the
think
people.
that
And so
is being currently, is that how it's being played out right now? Is our
I don't think
democracy
it's being played out like
is our
I believe it's
democracy
being played
functioning
out
the way
how
that
we all gave it. Yes, because
you think our democracy
yes,
is functioning as it normally does right now?
with
Think
those who
hard.
participate, if we have 9, let's say there's only 9 people on an island, right? If only
Let's say this. Let's
5
say a
participants,
judge orders like someone to be brought back after having them renditioned illegally out of our country, and then the executive branch says no. Is that an example of our government functioning as it should? Is a roving sort of masked gang of law enforcement, unidentifiable law enforcement, constantly violating American citizens' 4th and 14th Amendment rights an example of the government functioning as it should?
as of right now,
Is
I hate to say technicality, yes, because everybody who gave and voted Trump into power to actually go beyond his executive
Nate,
powers and just be
Nate, brother, that's you. You did that. You did that.
by not participating. Yeah,
Yeah. So you voted. You are witnessing the thing that you claim to want to participate in fall and wither on our vine because you couldn't you couldn't understand the complexity of a binary choice, which sucks. I wish you could. I wish
Andrew would.
in retrospect you could figure it out the last couple of times, but like I don't know. I don't think
So,
that
through being
abstaining.
observant, it's interesting that the legislative represent, whether it's just representatives or the Senate, I don't see it being taken as serious as just the executive. I understand the executive is very serious because it's one person holding a lot more power compared
That's because
to
he's consolidating
100.
power to the executive branch, and he said that he was going to do that in the
It's because
project that
the
he outlined.
government, as in we the people, gave him so much more power to take more direct action again because he's executive to take more action and be
I think that is
more
really
stern
that
against
is
the legislative.
a really convenient reductionist explanation as to watching
Okay.
someone turn a democracy into a totalitarian authoritarian dictatorship. I think that is a really convenient explanation that you are, I think, telling yourself. Russia did the exact same thing. Putin did this exact same thing. He we followed fucking word for word the playbook that they're trying to do here, which is take a democracy and then funnel all of the power to the executive, step down, watch his vice president take the presidency, step down, and then retain power in perpetuity. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly the thing that they're trying to do here. They're trying that famously he's saying that he's going to nationalize our elections. The American people didn't give him unilaterally the ability to do that by some fucking mandate. He won an election. The election says that he as the executor of the branch needs to function within our Constitution, which he's not doing. It doesn't. People voting a person in does not give him the ability to not work within the rules of our system. He is doing that though. You are saying that because he won a vote, he can do whatever he wants. That's an insane thing.
I'm not saying because he won a vote, he did it. I know it sounds like that.
That's what you're saying.
However, it's like
clarify that, mate.
Okay.
You're saying that the people voted for him. You said the people voted for him and they gave him this power. And I'm telling you that that's not what that election means.
It's not what it was supposed to mean. I would agree.
So you would say that our democracy is not functioning as it necessarily should be then, right?
I still have to say it's functioning.
We're only 24.
It has been used to reach this point.
18 months in, brother. No, I'm saying no. Fundamentally, no. You're not. That's not right. No. It's not functioning the way it is. It should.
So I would like to. Okay, let me take a step back to see if I can reiterate a point where I was or the point of executive is taken so much more serious and actually promoted and viewed so much more because I guess, well, not that I guess, but it is viewed more nationally, even internationally, is the president because it's one person over everybody. And each state, even though we have our representatives and senators,
clarify
there's not
the perception. The perception is that, but that's not the reality of the executive branch. Clarify that also it's three. What's the phrase? Three.
So
I
would like to ask, what was the point of
three co-equal
executive orders?
The three co-equal branches of government. One man is not higher technically than all of the other ones, right? Correct. There are balances which are being whittled away and fully thrown out at this point. So no, I think that's fair to say that the perception is that, yeah, sure. He's a fucking reality star. This sort of theater that they bank on makes you think that, yeah, but that's not the reality of our should be boring bureaucratic system. No. And the way that it is functioning, which is closer to what you're describing, is an example of why it's no longer functioning the way that it should, Nate. That's my point.
I believe as well, it also it shows on a grander scale of what's going on with senators and representatives. Solely for the fact it's because people vote and forget. I see things being passed in states where you go, where was these made public? You
vote in local elections?
The only elections I've ever seen have been the every 4 years. That's what I mean when I see a ballot.
Nate,
and there's the ballots.
Nate, you're 20, brother. You're 27 in the United States of America, somewhere where it's snowy. I assume Utah.
No, I've been in the snow, but not anywhere snowy currently.
Is that not your profile picture?
That was when I had moved.
Okay.
Actually, out of state and was somewhere snowy. So that's actually
okay. Yeah, doesn't matter. So you are 27 years old. I think constructive criticism. This is a solvable problem for you. and I think that like for some reason I'm able to find local elections and participate. I don't think, again, constructively, I don't think that you're in a position to criticize laws being passed that will broadly affect your community and the country if you are not participating in this process. I do. I feel like I have the ability to criticize this because I am actively participating every time that's possible. I do it every year, twice a year. So until I'm not, I think it's sort of like it's dismissive of me to say that to you, but I also think that like that criticism, I could make the argument should be reserved for people that are Googling Denver.org to find out when the elections are. You can do that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm only about to start taking government classes this current semester. So I was actually taking more steps to be more directly involved than necessarily an observer. So I am taking that step.
Can someone?
So it doesn't help currently.
Weird.
Okay.
Well, okay. So you don't.
So I don't.
What do you? Let me ask you some other questions. What are you into?
Sports and gaming.
Hell yeah, dude. What kind of sports?
I have played lacrosse for about
Dork.
10, 11 years, coached for 3.
Okay.
Didn't get into reffing.
Good. Fucking narcs go from playing to reffing. What else are you into? What are you studying? You said.
I had studied digital art, studio art. I picked up a philosophy class, entrepreneurship.
Digital art.
been...
Let's just riff on digital art. Do you think that AI should be regulated?
Yeah.
Dope. Do you think that you should vote for people who would put regulations in place so that we're not getting AI slop fed to us and getting like deep fakes made of our ex-girlfriends being put on the internet?
I would not vote for anybody who necessarily.
You don't vote for anybody yet, Nate. I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get these.
Where it gets into difficulties of voting, and it's in either or, is because you know what, especially with the policies and how everybody wants to.
I'm not saying either. I'm not saying either or. I'm trying to get you to understand that like everything that we do is political. Everything that we touch, every meal that we eat, every air molecule that we breathe, every degree of warmth that we feel that was more than the last 10 years on average, everything that we do is touched by this. And so like you got to get off the fucking couch. I would prefer that you get off the couch and vote for people that are doing things that like better our country and our humanity and don't like rip away the safeguards of like government regulation. I would prefer that you do that. I would prefer that you figure out that in this binary system, you got to vote for the fucking
moment
good
I
guy.
vote for a representative, it's an idea that they speak on my behalf. However, the issue with that is because when witnessing a lot of this, it's because they are doing it on my behalf. They can also change their point of view partway through their term and then actually pass things without me having. I would then have to again voice up and oppose it, but they do it on my behalf.
You gotta do it all the time. Here's the deal. Here's what you're arguing now is like, okay, damn, I need a fucking banger analogy for this. You know what? I gotta fill this car up with gas every fucking week. You know what? At this point, I'm just gonna walk. Fuck it. It's too much. I'm gonna walk. Why participate in something that like is an imperfect system? And I'm telling you that like for the exact reason why we're witnessing like horrific brutalities being enacted everywhere on earth, including our streets, it's important to participate in an imperfect system. Perfection is the opposite of, what's the fucking phrase? Perfection is opposite of progress. Oh, you're so friggin' cute. Look at how cute my friggin' cat is now.
Opposite of progress. Okay.
We have to participate in an imperfect system. It's the enemy of good. Thank you. Because that's what we have. And you need to lock in a little bit. My representatives are not perfect. One of them voted against TikTok, dude. I still voted for them because it meant that the other guy was like, we're gonna have like bathroom checks for like children's sports. So yeah, I voted for the fucking Dem. I voted for the guy that wants to take my job away. You got to make decisions. You know?
Okay.
All right.
Solid.
Appreciate you. Thanks for coming up. I'm getting tired. I'm sorry. You're so cute. I'm getting tired. We got to go to bed. I think this is getting noisier. Vince, I'm so sorry, dude. I see you in here all the time. I'm fucking dying. I'm losing steam. I'll have you up soon, I promise. I don't know that it was constructive, but I think I was making good points anyway. Hopefully it was. Remember the days when I would go to 3 a.m.? Sorry. Wow, it's not that late. I should just fucking lock in, hey? We should just lock in and go till 3 in the morning. Ruin my whole fucking life. My baby. You do sound better. Any Republicans in here? No. More friendlies? Or bed? I can't tell what I want to do. I can't stay up till 4 a.m. Yeah. See? It's 2 a.m. over there. Donald Pump Syndrome. Holy shit. Brother. My baby. Oh my god, you're being so friggin' cute right now. Look at this idiot. Almost makes me forget what a rotten little monster you were earlier. Are you just the cutest little angel? Are you just the cutest little angel? Nate, I didn't know that. Is that true? TikTok Studios on Mac? My baby. Thanks, James. I just work here, man. Can you hear her? You can't hear her. Can you? Little baby. Are you being so cute? Are you so cute? Ugh.
almost forget that she was a little monster. You made a video saying Trump declared war and gas prices are rising. Oh, Vernus. Didn't we talk to Vernus one time? Is that Blinko? My baby. No more? I can't tell. Are you being so cute? Oh my god. Okay. It's me, Zinko. Why didn't you complain when the gas prices rose during Obama? During Obama? We did? What the fuck? Here's the deal. Here's what and Biden. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to tell me what Joe Biden did that caused gas prices to go up. Similarly, I want you to tell me what Obama did that raised gas prices. I can tell you that this action by Donald Trump is going to cause oil prices to go up. 1 to 1. 1 to 1. You tell me what he did. Sorry, I must have missed it. Bombed the Middle East 2011 and rose. And the rose? I can't be bothered with this right now. I can't be bothered with this. If your response to complaining the entire time about Joe Biden's inflationary policies, which you can't point to, we had the best fucking economic recovery, post-COVID economic recovery we had. If your response to Donald Trump taking that and then going to bomb Iran and sending prices skyrocketing, if your response to that is, what about Obama? Shut up, dude. Focus. Focus. That's it? What about Bush? My baby. You're being so cute. I'm gonna brush my teeth and go to sleep. First. Oh, what happened? Okay, great.
Did you mean to let me up? Oh. Hi.
How are you?
I either have a cold or I got like random allergies. It happened like I was fine, and then all of a sudden just like super congested. So I'm like, I feel like there was some cat hair in my bed that Philippe like, rolled around at some point and just like left behind for me.
Feels pointed. Feels intentional.
Yeah, pretty sure. Pretty sure he was like, let me see if I can find this, and then just stuck it on my pillow. Sometime.
Sorry. You're sorry to heard that.
It's okay. How was your evening?
Fine.
I really believe that.
How's your evening?
I rage quit TikTok at one point. I was just like, nothing is working.
It's not working.
I missed the pump story. Actually, no, I hopped in like right as a guy was talking about pumping. Something like
What are we doing? I
that.
think we're all
What
just
indeed?
turn the simulation off, dude.
Please,
He was
please.
I was giving him a quiz about like if we wanted to have this conversation, like tell me what the last conversation was about. He was like, I want to talk to you about what that last woman said. And I said, what were we talking about? And he couldn't, no fucking idea.
Of course.
And then he's just started talking about the fact that he owns a penis pump. No, out of nowhere, no prompting, just offered this information. Said, I have a small. You can't hear me?
No,
I
we
have so many times he said it. It's crazy. It's a crazy thing to admit to.
Isn't he that wannabe comedian though? Isn't it possible he was just trying to like?
I don't know. I don't think that he has. Yeah, it's the kind of thing where like people like assume that Donald Trump is playing 3D chess when actually he just doesn't have a filter. That's this. He just says the thing. There's no thought, but he was just like, I have a penis pump.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure most of them do.
He was very complimentary. He was saying that it was a very good purchase.
Oh my god. I hope not. I hope we never know.
He said he spent $1,000 on it.
I don't think that's how much they cost. Could that possibly? I mean, actually, you know what? If you're selling something that cuts directly to the source of
The
someone's
male.
insecurity, you could sell it for however much you want. You
Guess
know?
what? We're gonna find out how much they cost right now.
Careful, Palantir's watching.
They already know some weird shit about me. So
Did you see that the AI LLMs can now basically de-anonymize everyone on the internet based on your writing style?
everyone?
Yeah, just about.
That's not possible.
Just about. They, which honestly, like the fact that that's being made public information, they've been able to do that for a while, probably.
Joke's on you. I can't type or spell. So
Joke's
good
on
luck.
you. I use AI to write everything anyway.
Joke's on you. Yeah. They unmasked me and my name is ChatGPT. That's so funny. There's a big, I will not name names, but my girlfriend works for a company and there's a big push to like use more and more AI and like she's pretty high up now and they were like, we need ways in which you are going to integrate AI. We need you to present ways in which you're going to, and I was just like, use ChatGPT to write this.
That's so good.
Just
That's
have
so
them,
good.
yeah, and leave the dashes in there, and just
leave the dashes in there, and honestly, and don't check over the work. And I hope it says something. You know what would be genius? Have ChatGPT write it. Hopefully, it says something insane, and just present that as like, this is it. And when they're like, "What do you mean you're going to use AI to plan
quantify synergy?"
Exactly. She could be like, "Oh, well, I use AI to do this. Sounds like whatever."
We should probably use. Okay. So, from my very thorough research, they range from anywhere from $24.95 to the most expensive one that I see on Google Shopping. My poor fucking algorithm now. The most expensive one that I've seen is $350. So I don't know in what fucking universe he spent $1,000.
He's lying.
But there is one that's it's an electric assist, which feels terrifying. $385.
Maybe he bought during like the COVID inflation price spike. Everyone was just buying their pumps, and there's a run on pumps.
Yeah, there's $30. Like, where did you buy this thing? Add to cart.
The favorite.
Okay, anyway. But wait, let me see if
More like
Bellessa does Bellessa make one. Let's see.
Maybe he has like a personalized one,
It must be medical grade. It must be a like a centerpiece in his house.
I don't know
Like
that
it's
medicine gets involved in this. I don't know that.
well, you say that, but this is a booming industry. The usefulness of men's fishing tackle is like $1 trillion fucking industry. It is the root cause of why we're at war right now. Isn't that insane?
Is it? I mean,
Yep.
Yeah.
I would say more than anything else, it's because this guy has a shriveled little mushroom-looking
Oh yeah, fully.
donger that hasn't worked since the '80s, and for various other fucking reasons.
You just reminded me of that post that I've been wanting to do for months that we talked about the research on about the perception of men and their size, their size of their manhood, and how it just happens to correlate with republicanism.
I think it's so funny that it does. I think it's got to be correlated with like porn. It must.
Well, it's correlated with like religion, and I think because I was looking into it and I was like, what was it exactly? There's a couple, and one of them I believe finds that Christian men are more insecure about their size than like other religions. Weirdly, and I was like, well,
God's watching every time they measure, and he knows.
Yeah,
and they just shrivel a little bit.
He knows.
He knows that you're doing that.
Yeah.
Can you? God damn, it's so dumb. It's so fucking. Can't think about that. No, don't think.
Did you hear about Did you hear Spain is in the doghouse? Do you think
He'll get bored.
Well, I mean, apparently, Angela Merkel was unsuccessful in her attempts to explain the EU to Trump.
I don't know if you've seen him. There's a guy that like is a former physical therapist for like elderly physical therapist, and somebody who works like specifically in dementia. I can never remember his name, but he talks about like how his patients with dementia like act in these moments, and like the fact that he everything, there's a little transference, a little projection, but like everything that he does is just because he can't comprehend reality anymore, and it's all just this sort of like, how old people just hear stuff and then like parrot it back or like pretend to understand, and like but like at Dementia Mind, like you create this sort of narrative, and that is your reality. And
one of my proudest moments was tracking his sundowning for I think this was before we were mutuals. I did a whole whiteboard video back when I was funny, where I tracked the sundowning and the thought based on the TV he had watched earlier that day, and the fucking Alcatraz thing. And like you can track the triggers because you can actually I was basically able to find all the posts he had seen on everything that he was reposting on True Social, all the clips he was posting, and what time he changed the channel away from a specific Fox News show.
Fucking crazy.
And what was on the fact that Alcatraz was started playing at the exact same time in the like Miami area, whatever, as that Fox News show. It was like Sunday morning at 11. And then later in the evening, before he went on his like Alcatraz rant and like Hollywood is getting tariffs rant, he had been reminded of the host from that morning show that had basically upset him. Like you can track it, and it's entirely based on these like moment to moment associations. It's crazy.
I'm gonna play this because this is the one I saw most recently.
Which they're keeping. The president has dementia, which is why he would tell ABC News that all the candidates that could take over Iran were unalived in the initial attack. I'm a physical therapist with a doctorate in my field and 14 years experience working in home health care treating geriatric patients with dementia, like the president. Y'all forgive me if I sound rough. I've been up sick since about 2 o'clock this morning, but fuck it, we ball. He tells Jonathan Carl from ABC the attack was so successful, it knocked out most of the candidates. It's not going to be anybody that we were thinking of because they are all unalived. Second or third place is unalived. Call me a crypto billionaire charged with federal crimes because I am begging all of the pardons. Let me tell you what really happened. He wanted to attack Iran. He has no plan for how to do so or for the fallout of what happens, just like with Venezuela. If you guys remember correctly, the moment he was asked about who would run Venezuela during that press conference, he said, "We will do it." That was an absolute surprise to everybody in the Trump administration because they had absolutely no plan. And the same thing is happening here. Not because they couldn't propose a plan to the president, but because he lacks the cognitive ability to reality test and consider the fallout of his own actions. Because he has frontotemporal dementia, and the reality testing function of his frontal lobe is disappearing very quickly. Then there's also this little clip.
There's another one that was like, maybe it was
C-SPAN
this.
says that it was
Anyway,
not.
it's a lot of that just being like, this is what happens when your brain dies, and like this is an example of him doing this when because his brain is dying, and it's like, for all we got 4 years of Sleepy Joe and then this, and like I don't understand, and you can actually. The exact same thing that happened to Joe Biden in the last couple of years is happening to him, because you can watch clips of him talking about like the Middle East, and like, yeah, he was a fucking moron and like still had a limited vocabulary and still like didn't really have a good handle on but he was speaking well. Now he is just, it's very fucking clear that this is what's happening. And what's scary is that like the person he is different than Joe Biden, whereas like the reality of that's scary too, right? Like we shouldn't have a fucking potato leading our country. We should have like kind of a smart guy leading our country. But the fact that like Joe Biden was this sort of like folksy grandpa, and this guy is a like narcissistic, malignant sociopath, is a very different reality of like the guy holding a nuke and not being able to like live in our reality anymore. It's very fucking alarming. So
Yeah.
it's fine. Can't move to Spain now.
Yeah, and the lack of plan is like what everyone is basically saying. Did you see Chuck Schumer's Freudian slip coming out of that fucking meeting?
No.
It was like, oh my god! I just saw it like a few minutes before coming on here. He came out of that meeting. You know how basically a bunch of them were like briefed today, and they all came out like looking shell shocked, like. So Chuck Schumer said whatever, couple things, and then he was like, "We do not want a nuclear Israel. We definitely do not want a never-ending war." And he starts walking away, and all the reporters are there, and some of them say like, "Is that what you like meant to say?" I don't know how. I wasn't paying attention to like what but they basically stopped him, and they're like, "Are you sure that's what you meant to say?" And he turns around, he's like, "What did I say?" And he's like, oh, sorry. And they all laugh, which, by the fucking way, complicit ass journalists right here, do your fucking jobs and maybe like lead with the Freudian slip here. And he's like, sorry. I messed up. We do not want a never ending war. We definitely do not want a nuclear Iran. And so, like, it's just like, so Israel, oh my God. I'm trying to parse through, like, I mean, I think it's impossible to figure out what exactly he meant, but nuclear Israel, like, okay, so is that what you guys are talking about? Like, nuclear Israel? Like, Israel's nukes? That's what you're talking about back there? That's what you're talking about back there.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
What's
crazy is, well, not that crazy, but like, I made a video about this a long time ago where there was a missile that got through that hit a residential building like 2 years ago in Israel, and there was a minister registry minister or something standing outside being like, look at what they did to this residential building. Like, I cannot believe it. I was just like, what the fuck are you talking? What are you talking? He was like, this is a war crime. And they're doing it again. And they're like, they're standing in front of buildings being like, they're targeting civilians. This is a war crime. And I'm like, are you people fucking kidding?
Yeah.
Are you think that, and like, watching people cheer as missiles hit civilian buildings is fucking insane. It's heart-wrenching to watch people dance with glee when innocent people are fucking dying. And we watched a lot of people in Israel do that and think that they were justified in doing, and like watching these fucking hyenas cackle as human beings are blown apart, children. And then they turn around and go, I can't believe this is happening. And I'm like, I don't have words to describe the nightmare we're living in here. Like, what do you mean we need to feel like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's like, and if you could justify everything that you did to Gaza based on one attack, you know, guess fucking what, buddy?
Guess fucking what, dude?
Guess fucking what?
And
You
it's
got
so-
two
like, it's
attacks down
terrifying.
now, you know? Two preemptive strikes down now.
And like,
You know?
no, the goddamn, yeah, and just knowing, anyway, it's a really fucked up time, dude. We're living in. I don't know.
I have friends that are stuck there right now.
Where in Israel?
They're in Dubai. No.
Oh well. I don't know.
No, I have
Who
friends that are
knows?
stuck in Dubai with a 5-month-old because, you know, they had just abandoned all the Americans in the area.
My dear friends here, have family that live in Israel, and they are, you know, like a lot of Israelis there who are like completely on our side, who hate the fucking Israeli government, who blame them for the violence, who like blame them for the rise in anti-Semitism across the world, who like keep them imprisoned there because they can't go anywhere else because it's not safe because of and so like watching this is fucking, you know, I don't know them obviously, but like, yeah, it's alarming, and like, you know, it's just like we can't doom, I don't know, it's a crazy fucking thing to say, but we can't doom like everyone in Arkansas. You've like when shit happens and you're like, you voted for this. Plenty of people didn't vote for this. Plenty of people don't oppose this at their peril, at their like security and social status, and at their peril. So like, there are plenty of people stuck there too, which is fucking sucks. Everything sucks.
Everything does suck. I can't believe these fucking idiots.
And it's just because this guy has fucking dementia. Well, among other things, but like.
And the Christian, don't forget the
Ecuador?
Christian nationalists. Ecuador? Oh, that's whatever. We didn't, apparently, you know, the U.S. was advised. Firstly, it's a joint thing. I had I'm sure you had this experience. A bunch of people came into chat and were like, we just go
Boots
to
on
war.
the
We're
ground,
going to war in Ecuador. We're going to war with Ecuador. And I was like, the fuck? You look it up. No, it was a joint thing. Not that we should be fucking doing any of that. You know what I mean? World police accusations really holding up here. Not that we should be involved in any of this shit, but you know, but fine, whatever. A joint operation, and then when you really read the articles, you know, the U.S. advised. I'm sure we'll find out whatever fucking war crimes they helped to plan behind the scenes, and given 20 years if we're still around. But
We're gonna liberate their hats.
yeah,
Ecuador makes really good hats.
was it really? Does it make good hats?
Can we do this real quick? I just want to. Okay, great.
Do whatever you want. Don't you worry. F man.
Oh, hey everybody.
Dave.
Hey,
David.
Dave. No, this is F Man. This
Did I
is F
block?
Man.
Did I block other Dave? Can't remember.
No. Don't. Let's not throw the block word around. Let's just talk for a minute. All right. I'm cool, man. I'm not trying.
I
to...
hear that smile creep across your face as if because we found out that sucks.
Dude, I don't know. I don't know what that's all about. But
Yeah. Why do you follow all those young women, Dave?
who? I honestly don't even know what you're talking about. My name's not Dave though.
No?
That's what you're upset
No.
about?
What is your name?
My name is F Man. All right.
Dang, you had a chance. You thought, Dave, you thought you were going to come up here and be blessed by my presence once again. And you fucking.
It's concerning that the thing you were more worried about was your name and not the fact that you
knows.
fathered children. You know what I mean?
He's a weird guy.
Of course he is.
Anyway, they're all so fucking weird.
They all seem to be PDFs. You know what I mean? They all seem, which by the way, like at the very least, I will say this: I am sorry to all the Trump voters because this whole time I've been talking about how you stupidly voted for someone who doesn't represent your interests. But the truth is, you voted for a PDF because you are PDFs. So I apologize for doubting. I apologize.
God damn, dude.
For doubting
All right.
that you
I don't
knew
know
what
if I
you
can
were
co-sign
doing.
that, but at least.
Yeah, I mean, am I wrong though?
What is okay? Anyway, Dave, Kekak. I'll look later.
Kekak?
Yeah, our friend. Never mind.
Interesting.
I gotta go to sleep, Brenna. I'm losing my edge, dude. In my old age.
Oh God.
Hey, did you post a video today?
I did, as so many of us did.
How
I
did
know
it
you
do?
didn't see it because no one did. Terribly, of course. That's partially why I rage quit.
I got 14,000 views just now.
Oh,
And then on another one, I got 23,000 views. Again, pretty bad.
Oh, nice.
But I might upload. I might give it another shot. I might re-upload, which is usually a no-no. But
It's fine if you do
it's.
like.
What I'm saying is, it's working now. Seemingly. So.
It's okay. Yeah.
Who cares though? Really?
I gotta.
Ultimately.
Yeah, I have 2 videos to edit and post, but
Penis pump clip.
penis pump clip. Yeah.
Baby, you gonna go get some food? All right, it's time for bed.
Okay.
I'm exhausted.
I'm sure
Good
you
night.
will. Good night.
Sleep well, Brenna. You angel. Feel better. Do you want me to DoorDash you 9 pizzas and some NyQuil?
Yeah. Yeah, actually.
I'll ask Amanda for some money, and then
You
I'll
weren't
do it.
expecting a yes.
Do you want me to get you some medicine? I'll get you some medicine.
No, it's okay. Thank you. I think I have some. That's very kind of you.
She would do that right this second. It would already be on the way.
It would be. Yeah, she wouldn't ask. GT.
She would have already done it. I know that's the difference between her and I. She's a good person, and I'm kind of just.
As soon as she sensed a disturbance in the air where
force.
someone fucking sneezed in,
Needs her.
I feel like a beacon.
She's great.
$10 a day a NyQuil.
All right.
Buenas noches.
Buenos noches.
Buenas no.
No, is it? Damn, buenas is nighttime. Bro, don't tell me you're a liberal. What? What a dork. Justin also has some shit to say. I'll go to bed if after one of these dudes come up. They're not going to, though, because they're fucking pussies. I mean... No? Okay. Groypers are flooding in. Justin's an incel? Justin, come here. I want to tell you all about boobs. I'll tell you how to change your life so that women will talk to you. It's going to be tough for you. It's going to be difficult, but we'll do it together. He's a groyper? Cool. Cool, man. Vote for Democrats. Vote for Democrats. Fuentes says so now. Just follow your leader. You know? Follow his leader in a bunker with a 9. You know? Anyway. God, I use that a lot in my DMs on Instagram. I don't post some of the ones on Instagram so much anymore because they're mean and scary, but usually I just tell them to follow their leader. Black MAGA. Cool. Come talk to me, dude. Unless you're scared. Unless you're yellow. Nobody calls me yellow. Is that? Probably should have asked this before. Is that term racially insensitive? Is that a holdover from something? Feels bad. It's a Back to the Future reference. Is it? It's got to be. It's the color of a chicken. Maybe no. Yellow bellied. Yeah. Is a chicken. Got it. Is it? I don't know. Make like a tree and get the hell out of here. All right. Don't cancel me, please. Don't cancel me. Or do. I don't care. Okay. Love you, nerds. I tried to bring up the Groypers. They won't come up. I try to tell them what boobs are like. Try to tell them their leader's a fucking weirdo. Hi, baby. Is it bedtime? Yeah, okay. Good night. Sleep well, nerds. My sweet baby angels. See you tomorrow. You're not gonna clip me doing that. Good night. Okay, Pajmi. You wanna go to sleep? Is it bedtime? You waiting for me to go to bed? Let's go.
Off at all. Like we just stayed on the log. They just kept sending me like old times. Like, you wanna go? Go again? Send you again? Yeah. Let's go. Dude, that was old times. It was good. It was a good feeling. I missed that. We'd have had it super popping if it wasn't like going like tripping the way it was, you know? Let's go see. Is it still poo? Oh, it's still poo. Hold on, let me ask. Excuse me. Does Eeyore come out at all?
I believe it's just the poo and rabbit.
Poo and rabbit. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. Not bad. There's no poo. I mean, there's no Eeyore, she said. She said no Eeyore, but she said rabbit. I've never seen rabbit. Alright, no, I have seen him, but it's been a while. What the heck?